Shalom, shalom, giving all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawah, hasham, Yahawashi, hasham, Rawchaa Qadash, double honors unto the apostles, elders of great millstone, shalom to Yakim, pushing in the name of Yahawah, hasham, Yahawashi, and sincerity. Alright. Across the four corners, setting up a trumpet for the sealing of the nation of Israel, the elect of the nation of Israel. Okay. Those who are going to be redeemed from among men. Alright. Here's the thing, man. It stops to you, you Israelites. Alright. In fact, let me just say this to you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, you more especially, you so-called West Indians, okay, Haitians, and Negroes. Alright. Stop with this madness, alright, of saying that you Africans, you're not Hamites, okay? As you can see from this map over here, alright, the Hamites, okay, are the so-called Africans today, okay. We all dark skinned, but guess what? We Shemitic. We're not Hamitic, okay. As you can see, Egypt over here is where it's situated in this continent today, which we know as Africa today, which is the land of the Hamites. We sojourned from among them, alright, but we are quite different from them. It's the book of Isaiah 11, okay, verse 7 says, but against any of the children of Israel shall no dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know how Yahawah doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. Our mannerism, okay. The spirit that has been imparted on an Israelite, men, women, and children, is different from any other nation. Okay, we are a holy nation unto Yahawah Yahawashi. We're the Israelites, man. Okay. Not Hamites, not Africans, but Israelites. Alright. From the lineage of Shem, we're Shemitic. Okay. Like Jonas said it, man. A Hebrew of Hebrew. Alright. Alright. Slakia. Was it Peter or Paul? One of them. Alright. A Hebrew of all Hebrews, man. I believe that was Paul speaking. Alright. Out of the Shemites, we are the ultimate Shemites. Okay, Hebrew Israelites. Out of all these different Hebrews, we are the ultimate Hebrews. Alright, Hebrew Israelites, man. We're not Africans, we're not Hamites. Alright, and guess what? In these last days, due to these curses in Deuteronomy, alright, amongst many other curses that you're gonna find, like in Haggai, many more. Alright. We're going to be scattered among these different heathen nations. Alright. But guess what? In these last days, the Most High is scattering, okay, the elect out of these different heathen nations. Alright. This is the book of Isaiah 11. So like it is a book of Isaiah chapter 11. Alright. And 11 says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam, from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Why? Because we're going to be scattered among these heathen nations. Hosea 8:8. Israel is now swallowed up among the Gentiles as a vessel wherein there is no honor. Alright. Deuteronomy was that 28 verse 64. We're gonna be scattered among all these different nations, man. Worshipping these different gods of the nations. Alright. As part of punishment, okay, for us disobeying the law, statutes, and commandments, going astray from the oath which we took. Alright. Isaiah 11 verse 11 says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand against the second time to recover the remnant, not all, Alright. It says that to recover the remnant of his people which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea. Alright, let's go look up this word remnant. Alright, so like in the Hebrew, this is shawar. Alright, let's go to the definition. Let me just play it. Shawar. Let's go to it. On Shawar, Songs HR 7604 says a remnant, okay, a residue, the rest other. What's left of the Israelites? Okay, what's left of them? The elect of them. Mainly start. Let me just say the elect of the nation of Israel, those who are going to be recovered from these other nations. A righteous remnant was left of them. Because a great concentration of the Israelites, as it says in the book of Jeremiah, the children of Judah and the children of Israel were oppressed together. Okay, that's why it says in Deuteronomy 33 verse 7, it speaks about Judah. Okay, let him be joined unto his brethren. Okay, unto his brother. All right, that happened when the transatlantic slave trade happened. Okay, because the rest of the northern kingdom were already in the Americas. Okay, all right. So that's where the majority of the Israelites were. Guess what? A righteous remnant was left of them. All right, what's left of the Israelites. All right. Okay, the residue, they're going to be what? They're going to be scattered among these different heathen nations, of which the Most High is calling the elect of them. Even in Babylon, over there in the US of A, as the scriptures knows it, formally calls it out as the US of A is Babylon. Okay, only a righteous remnant is going to be delivered amongst all these different places where the elect are going to be scattered at. They're going to be what? They're going to come back into knowing who they are, and they're going to be redeemed from out of these heathen nations. Isaiah 11 verse 11 says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall send his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Pathros and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from Hamath and from the islands of the sea." Right. Hey, we're not Hamites, okay? But guess what? They're gonna be Israelites who are gonna be delivered from these Hamites. This is a Baruch. Baruch chapter 2 verse 13 says, "Let thy rev turn from us." And I was attending from the Most High, setting up pastors according to his own heart, who have laid the foundation, man. Okay, of which we're walking upon it, man, building upon it, and taking heed whereunto how we build upon it. Says Baruch 2 and 13, let thy wrath turn from us, for we are but few among the heathen, where thou hast scattered us. And the Most High is only concerned, Yahawah is only concerned about the righteous remnant. Though we be as the sand of the sea, yet the remnant shall return. The Most High have sworn by himself that, look, man, the rest of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you shall not enter into his rest on the go-around, on the first go-around, okay? It says, let thy, Baruch chapter 2 verse 13 says, let thy wrath turn from us. It says, let thy wrath turn from us, for we are but few. But it says, for we are but a few left among the heathen, where thou hast scattered us, for a small righteous remnant. because the bulk of the Israelites, we already know they, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're the true Hebrew Israelites, and the righteous remnants of you who've been scattered among these nations, because they're going to be a remnant which is going to be left among these heathen nations, and out of that remnant, the Most High is looking for the elect of them. All right. This is Genesis. All right. Going back to the point that you so-called West Indians, Haitians, or Negroes, you're not Africans. All right. You Israelites, Hebrew Israelites. All right. Sons of Abraham, descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. This is Genesis 10:6. All right. Going back to this map of it that shows you where Ham was situated. Okay. All right. This land is inhabited, all right, by Hamites, but among them you have Israelites are scattered among them. All right. So the book of Genesis, Genesis chapter 10 verse 6 is the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. All right. So this is where they at. Okay, because even our land, the land of Israel, it was formerly known as the land of Canaan. All right, because we had Hamites. All right, it was once occupied by them. All right, but we came in and removed them out of the land. The land spewed them out. All right, it was promised unto us. Okay, either way, let me just close off. This is a book of Baruch 5:5. All right, this is a Baruch 5:5, because now we've been gathered. Though we have been scattered among them, now we've been gathered from among them. So we can be delivered, so we can have a righteous remnant, the elect of the nation of Israel, to be delivered from among men. This Baruch 5:5 says, "Arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high, and look about toward the east, and behold thy children gathered from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing at the remembrance of the Most High." All right. And with that, all praises, honor, and glory be unto Yahawah, Bashim Yahawashi, Bashim Rawchaa Qadash, Dabranos unto the apostles, elders of great Muslim, Shalom to Yahakim, Acosta for corners, lifting up the banner, setting up the trumpet for the sealing of the elect of the nation of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Shalom.